Hi, this is Matt Yedder, Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Thursday, September 28th, 2023. The address we're inspecting today is 8753 Southwest Postrio Court, Beaverton, Oregon, 97007. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the crawl space cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before beginning this video inspection, it has been noted that some sewer pipes made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspection must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made of cast iron ABS, 3034 or HDPE pipe, all per bit fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 3-inch ABS plastic drain piping. That is the exterior clean out. Looks like it's been covered with stone. There's like a stone front patio area. So that was probably the exterior clean out. So we're doing the sewer scope inspection from the crawl space. Pipe shows no recent signs of blockage, buildup, or backup. Everything is flowing through here pretty quickly too. We're going to transition here. So at 22 feet, this signifies a few things. It signifies transitioning pipe size. So we're going from a 4-inch pipe into a larger 5 or 6-inch pipe. We're transitioning from ABS plastic into 3034 plastic. And then lastly, we're transitioning into a branch off the city lateral piping. And even though we enter into city lateral piping here, technically all of this will be buyer owner responsibility throughout the entire length, start to finish. There's a little bit of standing water here. What we'll do is once we reach the lateral, we're going to turn off the water and see how this area reacts. If everything just goes ahead and drains right on out of this area with the water off, then it's just kind of a non-issue and something to maybe keep an eye on. Like I said, even though we enter into 3034 piping, which is a branch off the city lateral piping, technically all of this will be buyer owner responsibility throughout the entire length, start to finish. A little bit of marginal pitch here. So there is a belly right before the lateral, and here's our lateral piping, so 48 feet to the city lateral. And this would be the end officially of buyer owner responsibility, about 50 feet away from the house. I'm going to turn off the water, drain everything out, look at the pipe one more time and reverse. I want to see some of those areas where there is some standing water. I want to see how those areas react with the water off. So I'm going to pause the video, turn off the water, and drain everything out. Okay, we're gonna start the pullback here. Just disregard the counter because I'm one man show pushing the camera through from the crawl space. The counter is not going to retract, but that doesn't matter. What we're curious to see is how the areas react with the water off. So if you turn off the water, just for the most part everything just go ahead and drain right on out of there. Then you're feeling better about any standing water or water bellies. And then it would just be an area to keep an eye on, and then of course repair or replace as needed. Really not too bad. This was the area, probably the biggest area in question. You can see with the debris buildup, that's an area where things don't move through as quickly as some of the other areas. There is still maybe a little bit of marginal pitch right here. This is also under the public roadway there, so I would say at this point we would recommend monitoring. I'd recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years, keeping an eye on this area, and then of course repair and or replace as needed by a licensed and qualified drain repair specialist. Everything, for the most part, everything drained out of all the other areas too. The one area on the dive we wanted to look at here, this is that area. So again, here's the bottom of a dive. This is the most common area where we'll see a little bit of standing water. Little bit, but again, for the most part, everything is drained right on out of there. So feeling pretty good about things. So if you take a snapshot of the property currently today, the pipe passes inspection and looks to be in working condition. And I would recommend having a sewer scope every 2 to 3 years, keeping an eye on things, and then of course repair and or replace as needed by a licensed and qualified drain repair specialist.